Welcome everybody. This is a live stream that is titled Beard Topics Live. And there's a couple of, let me make sure my audio is good first and foremost. Yep, okay, we should be all right. But there's a couple of goals of this stream. First and foremost is to answer your questions, to have a live stream that is dedicated to questions that you guys ask. So ahead of time, I ask you guys questions and I prepare 3 of them to discuss in long form on this stream. It's not a dedicated video. It's not a type in text answer. It is talking about it here and then you guys feeding in real time. A second goal of this live stream is to have playback ability. People to be able to listen to it podcast style after the fact. People to be able to listen to it while they get ready, while they mow the lawn, while they work, where you don't necessarily have to see the screen as much to be able to participate and learn and be able to just kind of have a discussion on topics that we all find enjoyable. And then the last one is it is on random days and random times. I want to reach different time zones. I want to make sure that I'm getting people that are on the other side of the planet that have different work schedules. And again, be able to watch it on that replay time. If that all sounds good to you guys, please hit a thumbs up on this video right now. And if you want to share it out for people to join in live, that's great. Or if they want to come back and watch in the future, that could be really well done as well. And shout out to G Squared here. He brings up a good point. He says, how awesome. Love when I get that YouTube notification. And I don't even know if I've ever asked for this on channel history, but if you're someone that's like, oh, random days, random times, I like the concept of that, but I don't know how to follow along. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. I don't follow YouTube super closely. You can turn on notifications for YouTube. You can hit the bell and it'll let you know for this channel when I go live, when I post a video, stuff like that. So greatly appreciated, you guys. We do have a sponsor that we'll talk about today. Essentially how these live streams work is every month I will have as many of these up to 10. We're not anywhere near that, but up to 10 of them as long as we have a new sponsor for every episode. So as long as companies step up and want to give back to the community, give back to the platform, and sponsor a debate, a discussion, an informational topic like this stream, that is absolutely amazing. Any companies in the future that are interested, just reach out to me and I'll give you all the details on how to sponsor. And very rarely, you guys, on this stream, it's not expected, it's not even always wanted to break it down fully, but today we do have some free giveaways. So if you guys are here, we want to be able to give back to you and show you some giveaways. And again, shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. If you're just sitting back, if you're working, you're relaxing, you're watching in the background, that's awesome. If you want to get involved in the chat, there's some really good friends that are chopping it up right now. So again, thank you guys so much. And if you want to be involved and you can't figure out how to chat, a couple of things. Number one, you might not be subscribed. You do have to be subscribed to chat on this channel. Number two, you might not be signed into YouTube. You got to make sure you get signed into YouTube, and then you should be able to go here as well. Dan, your Etsy shop, is your t-shirt dry fit? No, D-Dot, they are not dry fit. Nope. All right. Great video this morning. Thank you. And I do want to encourage you guys to check out the video from this morning. It has absolutely nothing to do with the sponsor today, but the sponsor does have a great blend that includes metal foam oil, which was in my video today. And the video is all about the longest lasting carrier oils that we have. And last thing on the structure, and welcome everybody, keep those comments coming. I see them. Even if I can't welcome every single person, I do see you. I do appreciate you. So thank you guys. And the last thing is the first half of this hour. We only go for 1 hour on these shows. Hey, ready, man? We go for 1 hour. The first half is talking about the sponsor. And then it is going over 3 set questions that I've picked out from you guys. And then the last half of this live stream is questions from the chat. So if you guys have a beard question, you can drop it at any time. I'll do my best to star it and save it, and we'll come back to it at about the halfway mark, and we'll be able to go through. And if you have feedback on the sponsor, of course, that is always welcomed as well. And again, guys, we will be doing as many of these lives a month as long as we have sponsors. So any companies watching live or in the future, if you're interested in getting your name out there, but above all, just supporting this community with some really good quality information, reach out. I'd be happy to give you guys those ones. It is all appreciated, and man, I love it. If you guys want to drop a quick line, where are you guys from, if you don't mind? I want to see if we're reaching different time zones. If not, that's okay too. But I want to see where everybody's at. If you're in the U.S., maybe give a state. If you're outside the U.S., maybe tell a country. We would love to hear your feedback on where you guys are from right now. And shout out to the whole we got Michigan in the building. We got Scott. We got the whole Jason clan coming in too. Very, very cool. And again, if you guys have questions, I have started a couple of them already. I would love to be able to answer those on that second half. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. And no, Rick, I have not dabbled with sunflower seeds since the commands corner on Monday, so I can't answer that one. But again, guys, keep the questions coming. Those will be addressed on the second half of the stream today. And again, just a reminder to hit that thumbs up if you do not mind. It's free and it supports what we do here. So shout out to everybody, Nicholas and Fred and Bryce and Melvin and Rick and everybody in the chat right now. Again, random days, random times, Beard Topics Live. All we do in this is talk about beard care. In our sponsor today, episode number 11 of this stream is sponsored by Tabletop Beard. They are in the chat, so if you guys have questions or comments for them, please feel free to make it rain anytime. And here is their blend: meadow foam, golden jojoba, rosehip, argan, avocado, and sunflower. Yeah, no seaweed company sponsor in here. It is a wonderful blend. It is this gorgeous, gorgeous golden color on this oil. And this is a tabletop game themed company, right? Dungeons and Dragons, of course, is a major tabletop game. That's kind of what they're basing their theme out around. But don't let the theme fool you. Understand that this is a high quality product, a high quality company here. And to show you guys a little bit more, or actually, let me highlight a couple comments first. We have Donald Long, who is very experienced beardsman. He says, Tabletop has great products. He enjoys the fighter, the ranger, and rogue. Awesome sense and feel in beard. G Squared, also very experienced, said Tabletop Ranger is such a phenomenal scent. I can't get enough of it. It's a top 5 all-time scent for him. Ooh, big praise there. All righty. Thanks for stopping in, man. And again, guys, I do encourage everybody, if you're not able to make part of this or all of this, listen to it podcast style afterwards. Give that a shot. Just throw in some earbuds and listen and see if it's enjoyable for you. All right. And here we go. I don't know too much about yeah, oh yeah, and this is exactly what we're going over it. Evan, he says he doesn't know too much about Tabletop. Well, I do have a full review, so if anything in this stream sparks your interest and you guys want to learn more, I would just search on YouTube, Dan C. Bearded Tabletop Beard, and you'll find a full-out review, hey, James, on this company. And so you can get more information, but I am happy to provide some. And here is an absolute brand new scent. Just came out, I believe, this week, just within the last couple of days. And this is Warlock. And this is a scent of chocolate, cherry, and a touch of dark magic. And I have it in front of me right now here. And it is. It really has all of those things. You definitely smell chocolate. You definitely get a pungent, like, punch in the face from cherry. And at first, it wasn't my favorite. When I smelled it in bottle, I was a little bit worried. And then I believe I told them this. I was a little bit worried about the cherry. When I put it into beard, it mellowed out. And yeah, Ken, the main scent that I smell here is chocolate cherry. It is nice. It is smooth. And then that dark magic is like a little bit of like cologne in the background. Yeah, a little bit of cologne in the background. And Melvin says, by the way, I just smashed that thumbs up. Thank you, guys. Yeah, if you forgot, it is appreciated to be able to smash that thumbs up, man. Thank you so much. Scott says, Bard is my absolute new favorite coffee scent. Rogue is fantastic cologne scent, and Ranger is an amazing woodsy scent. Man, Scott, thank you. Dude, been missing you on Mondays, buddy, but thank you for the comment, man. That is very helpful, especially for people that haven't tried. And here's G Squared, who has tried the Warlock. He says, it's so unique versus anything else I have. It reminds me of making chocolate-covered cherries with my grandma. It really is. I've never smelled a beard product like this one, and it does smell like chocolate-covered cherries. Yeah, absolutely. Do they have a dragon's blood scent? John, I'm not sure off the top of my head. That's a good question. They're in the chat, and they will be able to answer and help you out. So, yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's up, Sean? Welcome, guys. Yeah, their art is so good. Absolutely so good, you guys. And it is. This is playing on the Dungeons and Dragons, playing on the tabletop type games here. Really, really cool stuff. And go back to my previous comment. If you rewatch, I addressed my abs. Oh, let me see, Scott. All right, I will absolutely see here. The comments I think came in coming quickly. So I gotta know on this one from Scott here. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here he is. Scott says, sorry, I haven't been making the Commands Corner streams lately. Super busy here at the hotel. Been super tired late at night. Keeps my stress levels as low as possible. Hey, absolutely, man. Work, family, stress, all that comes first. We will be here and ready for you when you're able to come back. And I'm excited that you're able to join this day stream here, man. That's really cool. There's something I need to buy some stuff for Rubens. yeah, for sure. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Any leather scents? Yeah, guys, keep the questions coming. The really cool thing is that we have Tabletop in the chat right now, and they'll be able to answer you guys out as they go through. All right. And guys, I'm going to keep starring those questions that you guys have, and we're going to be able to go through. The color of the oil plus the artwork is awesome. Yeah, this oil, let me show you guys a little better image here of a full screen. This oil is nice and golden, man. It really is golden. And this artwork is beautiful. Oh, wow. Hey, Tabletop just donated 10 memberships, man. Truly not expected, truly not anything that I planned on, but man, that's really cool to give back to the channel, of course, but also the people in the chat right now. That's cool. Hey, Mike B said, how long has Tabletop been around? So they have only been around for a few months now. I've consulted with them for many months before they launched, and it's a company I work very closely with. They are owned by 3 brothers, which is really cool, and they're in the chat right now, and some great guys. I actually have a consultation coming up with them soon. They do things the right way. I've dealt with Shane the most, and he has a actual education background in making like meads and wines and kind of that food and beverage industry. So really understood how to make things, how to do them safely, how to run a business, how to just approach the game in the right way. And with the support of his brothers and really building this up together, man, it's been really cool. And so, yeah, here's one of the brothers right here, Jason, and he says they launched on May 1st. So yeah, just recently. And again, guys, if anybody missed the carrier blend, let me go ahead and show you guys again. It is meadow foam seed, golden jojoba, rosehip, argan, avocado, and sunflower. So on that video today, 2 of the best teammates in the history of beard carrier oils would be meadow foam and would be jojoba. They feature both of those. And the Ranger is their leather scent, you guys. Ranger is their leather scent. What is the shelf life, Jay? I'm going to let them answer that. My guess is they would safely say 2 to 3 years. Yeah, 2 to 3 years is what I would call that. All right, and you out of here. All right, Buff, take care, man. I appreciate that. And again, I'm starring your guys' comments here as we go through. So yeah, thank you guys. And Jason said we should start calling it a carrier blend. Get it? Their last name's Carrier. Well done. Yeah, we got all the Jasons in the chat. We always have so many Jasons, man. I love it. It really is cool. Really is cool to be able to see all the Jasons coming in strong. All right, let's go ahead and continue here. By the way, we are doing some giveaways today. I am going to save these for the end portion of the stream. So hopefully you guys will be able to hang out until the end with us here. And what we're going to give away is 3 different winners. This is absolutely free. You do not have to buy anything. You don't have to donate. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to do any of that. You just simply need to be here and enter the giveaways. We are going, and I'm starring some of these questions here, guys. We are giving away 2 different winners are going to get the complete sample pack. And you can see the samples on the screen there. They are legit, super legit. And then the last one we're going to give away is a build your party. You're going to pick out 2 oils and 2 butters, your choice, and a balm. So this is going to be all up to you guys here on that, what you want to pick, which is really, really cool, man. So stay tuned, guys, and we will get into those. All right, let's begin the topics, and we'll circle back and talk about this company. Oh, and by the way, this is not an affiliate at this time. Who knows what the future will hold? I love what this company's doing, and I could absolutely see us progressing towards that. But I do endorse them fully. I highly recommend the products, the customer service. There is a 20% off discount code, you guys, and that is DTTB20. DTTB20 for 20% off. So yeah, Jay says he wants them. Well, good luck, you guys. Stay tuned. If you want those good vibes and the karma, drop a like on this, and we'll be fantastic. Love watching while I get ready for work. Oh, cool, Philip. Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys watching on replay. Hey, thank you, Butch. Yeah, these are fun. The Beard Topics Live is just chill. It's not like crazy. It's not fast. It's just us hanging out, just talking about beard topics. Truly, just talking about beard topics. So, man, I love it. All right, here's our first question from Ruben in the chat. And this one was a little bit of a unique one. And I ask you guys, I say, hey, what are some topics you would like to be covered in long format discussion on this stream? And I usually do this on Instagram, sometimes on Reddit, sometimes on Facebook. Anywhere you guys can follow me, please do if you want to get involved more and more. And so, and thank you guys. Yeah, man, I'm excited for the stream. And I am live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern as well for Beard Advice Live. We're going to be trying a couple of different new jerkies and maybe some new soda as well. So Ruben says, dang, that's a hard one. Maybe cover a topic from an older video that you haven't touched on recently. Yes. So one thing that I get asked about from time to time, but I do believe is unbelievably important for the health and the appearance of my beard and pretty much anybody else that does it. Not everybody. We always have exceptions, but we want to teach the rule and then acknowledge the exceptions, right? It's a good kind of rule of thumb to live by. And oh yes, the health is going to be so good, Tyler. That's what we're trying tonight. But, and that would be the concept of a cold rinse. Going through and drop a comment in the chat with your experiences of cold rinses. All right. Drop your experiences there for cold rinses. Essentially, what this is you go through your shower routine. You wash your beard, you rinse your beard, you do your body, your face, everything. And at the end of the shower, you rinse your beard. I do my whole body because of the health benefits for rinsing cold your whole body. So good. But at least your beard, finally getting your beard at the end of it really, really cold. Let me know in the chat what it does for you. Are you not able to handle it because it's cold? Because it's not fun. I'll be honest. It's not always fun. It's not like, yes, I can't wait to cold rinse. It's like, okay, let me psych myself up. And I will say this too. I'm going to tell you guys why it works and give you the science behind it. But I will tell you this. There is something pretty powerful about doing something difficult first thing in the morning and checking that off the list, right? Like today, I made our bed. That we got up, Sam was getting ready. I went out of my way to make the bed right away because I wanted to check something off my list. I wanted to start my day, not by looking at my phone, not by doing anything else, but by having an accomplishment. Similarly, hate that word, but I nailed it right there. Similarly, I really love doing a cold rinse because it is hard. It's not enjoyable. It can downright suck at times. But I know it's good for my beard. I know it's good for my skin. And I love having that accomplishment of being like, you know what? I didn't want to do this. I could skip it. It's very simple to get beyond it. Boom. I absolutely love accomplishing that. I take it as a challenge, right? It's almost like the most mild version of David Goggins you can imagine. And I just really love it. Now, the science behind it, and then I'll get some of your guys' comments. Essentially, what it is going to do is it's going to shake up your blood flow. And it's going to get nutrients going to a source faster and more like rapid than you could ever imagine. So what happens when your body feels extreme cold is it protects its internal organs. That's why we have hypothermia. When you have hypothermia, when you have frostbite, where is it taking place? Always on your extremities, always on your fingertips, always on your toes. Because essentially, the farther away you get from your chest, from your vitals, your body says it's not as important. And so when you do that and you're in a state where it gets really cold, your body rushes all the blood to the inside of your core. That's where it's going to protect. That's where it's key. Well, that happens on a small scale when you blast your face. You're in a warm to hot shower. And then you switch to cold. And I saw Mike ask, how cold is cold? As cold as you possibly can. When you switch that shower to cold and it's getting on your skin, essentially what's going to happen is the exact same thing. I'll leave this here. That doesn't look as good. That exact thing is going to happen. All the blood is going to rush away from your face. And your body is saying, protect other things. Well, the beauty of it, the power of it, the second you step out of the shower after that cold rinse, boom, that blood comes rushing back to the source, really flooding the skin. And it's just going to give you this massive boost of a great feeling of getting those nutrients. You can actually feel your skin kind of tingle when you get out of the shower. It's really cool. Beyond that, though, we can also get into the science of the cold water closing your hair follicles and closing the actual fibers of the hair. Essentially, think about your hair as like a bunch of scales that are like this. And when you use a really proper cold rinse, it's going to lock them in And the biggest thing, if you're like, okay, Dan, that's all sciencey and sounds good, sounds bad, whatever. What does it actually mean to me? To me, my beard styles better than ever when I do a cold rinse. It just simply lays down. It does what I want it to. Aside from, I know it's good for the health. I know it's a fun thing to do, but it's really, really, really good. And yeah, Ken says follicles will retreat like a scared turtle. It's super interesting, but it makes sense when you think about it. Your body says, "Oh, panic! Something's going wrong here. Cold, cold, cold. Let me protect something else." And then when it gets out of the shower, it's like, "Okay, I'm fine." Woo! Just a rush, just an absolute rush of the warm blood going to where it needs to go. So let me see here, guys, on some of the feedbacks that you guys have. Walter has the greater than with cold rinse, so I think he's showing that, hey man, yeah, cold rinse is good. All right, D Dot says so amazing doing a cold rinse. Love that. Yeah, really, really cool. I dropped the temperature in about 4 increments. That's good. Yep, there's nothing wrong with that for sure. And I go as cold as I can, guys. I try to turn that bad boy down all the way. Like I said, I want to make sure I'm getting the maximum benefits. And Tyler says, I can't see I've seen a difference on my beard, but I still do my whole body because I feel the benefits mentally. And the mental benefits are huge too. Yep, absolutely. I love the cold rinse, especially in summer. Yeah. And I will say the cold rinse is the most difficult during the winter in Michigan, especially my bathroom that gets cold. So yeah, it's huge. And Jason G says, I can only do the beard, not the whole body. The whole body's tough. It is really, really tough. I have found that if I use the cold on my head hair first and then my back, I can kind of make it easier. Invigorating is key after the cold rinse for me. Yeah, it's nice, man. It's really nice. Bryce says, my beard seems to have low porosity. Okay. So it's not as porous. It's not as easy to absorb. And when I cold rinse, it feels like beard oil doesn't absorb as well. I still do it occasionally, though. Okay. Maybe, Bryce, it could be the beard oil that you're using. It should still absorb. But if it's a thicker oil, there definitely could be more challenges there. That one. Yeah, absolutely. Vado, no, you don't have to worry about the cold water shrinking your beard. I'm just going to leave that there. Walter says, it just feels so refreshing. And agreed, Dan. If you can do the smaller, hard things first, it will translate to others. I agree. Yep. You sound like you coach, Walter. Wink, wink. He does lacrosse. The cold rinse for me doesn't do anything noticeable beard wise, but after suffering through it, I feel great afterwards. That's awesome, man. And who knows? Maybe that has an effect. Yeah, maybe that has an effect. I love to finish. Tommy says, I love to finish with a cold rinse. Makes you feel so good, and it's so good for you. Fact. Ben says, I night shower, and that's no can do on the cold rinse. I do painful. Hey, try it back. You can do it, man. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it here. And G Squared says, Coke rinse. I think he said cold rinse. I don't recommend rinsing your beard with a can of Coke. No way. He said, I've been doing full body cold rinse for at least a minimum now on full cold. Incredible. Yeah, it makes a difference, man. It really does make a difference. So yeah, for sure. All right. Let me see what else. Jumping in, airplane lakes mode, modify. Hey, thanks, Moose. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely. And Ruben says, don't worry, I started because Dan told me to. It also makes it easier to get out of the shower into a warm bathroom. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Tabletop or Top Hat says, cold water is my nemesis. I'm slowly getting there, but doing the shower is intense. Yeah, it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. So cold rinse before oil? Yep, cold rinse in the shower. Yes, absolutely. Does it also help kickstart the metabolism? I've heard that, Jason, but I haven't studied it enough to speak on that. So yeah, I can't speak on that one. Yeah, absolutely. I've always wanted to ask, if you cold rinse your beard, it closes all the pores. So it doesn't. That's one thing that is like a myth or a misconception, that cold water is going to close all your pores. No, it can definitely affect them. It can definitely change how open they are. But almost everybody on this planet, even after the coldest cold rinse, oil's still going to absorb, especially into your skin, but also into your hair. So it should not be closing any pores. Yep. I didn't realize the whole body was good too. Yeah, the whole body's amazing. Yep, whole body is absolutely amazing. Ken is dropping some more science on us here. I love that. I don't even know what that is, Ken, but that's awesome. All right, the dive reflex. Okay. I would guess that a cold rinse is not quite as effective in the bath. You're exactly right. So I've had people ask me, right? Hey, what if I take a bath? It doesn't really do much. Hey, what if I cold rinse in the sink after the shower? It doesn't do much. The actual impact of the cold rinse, the biggest impact is having that cold water. You're trapped in a warm, humid shower, cold water hitting your face. Once you open up that shower and you go out and it's cooler out there, boom, it makes a really, really, really nice difference. Yep, really nice difference. And Gary says, if I cold rinse right after the shower, it's going to be in the sink afterwards. The rest of my body doesn't need the shock. So, Gary, I will say that's great. You can do that. It's not going to make a difference, though. That's not really where the big impact happens. So that is the cold rinse, guys. If you haven't tried it, I do highly encourage it. It is something that I believe can benefit almost everybody. Again, no rule is absolute. No rule is absolute. It is, there are exceptions, there are preferences, but for most people, it will help out. Yes. When I do my morning beard wash, and guys, some of you are asking questions, I've starred them. If it's not related to the current topic, we will get to it as long as we have time. When I do my morning beard wash, not in the shower, is cold rinse okay? Then yeah, it doesn't hurt, but the shower is where it's the most impacted. Yep, it is definitely the most impacted here. Okay, beautiful, guys. Thank you. Thank you. And Gary Gizzard says, well, then I'll give it a try then. Cool. Yeah. Let me know, guys. And like I said, it's not fun. Don't be like, oh, Dan, enjoy. No. I don't like it. It's not enjoyable. It is a task for me. I psych myself up, but I really like it. It makes a big difference for me. Cold rinse, then cold start. Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. Here's our next question from Austin. He says, the usual one that's always asked. Why has so we got tweered for 2 years and then threered a 3-year beard stopped growing. And we'll just bring this even more general because this is a big time. And hey, Chris Trudeau, this is a big time question I get asked all the time. Hey, Dan, I believe my beard has stopped growing. In almost all cases, that is not true. Hey, Dan, I believe my beard has temporarily stopped growing. That could be true. There are definitely plateaus in growth. There's absolutely plateaus. It almost always has to do with two things, though. If you believe your beard has stopped growing or currently you think you're not getting growth, two things. One, your internal health. Two, your perspective. It almost always comes down to those. Now, there is a real thing called terminal length. We'll talk about that. But those are the two biggest things, you guys. Your internal health and perspective. Let's go over the internal health. How can you slow down or stop your growing? Number one, increase your stress. If you are taking stress, it is going to, if you're stressed, did I say taking stress? If you are increasing your stress, if you are highly stressed, it will impact your beard growth. 100%. It will impact your beard growth. There's no doubt about that. If your diet is bad or gotten worse, it's going to impact. If your water intake is bad or gotten worse, it's going to impact. Pretty much, the healthier you are, the better your beard will grow. Facts. Pretty much, the worse health you have, the worse your beard is going to grow relative to yourself. Because what's going to happen is I'm always going to have people that are going to rebuttal and say things like, my cousin Jimmy's obese. He eats McDonald's. He doesn't work. He's stressed. He gets argued. He smokes, and he's got a great beard. If that same person got healthier, they would have a better beard. They just have fantastic genetics. Not everybody is created equally, right? Not everybody's created equally. We don't all have the same starting point. And just because somebody has something doesn't mean it couldn't be better. Right? There's some of us that need to dial into every single variable to get the best chance to have a beard possible. That's super important. We need to follow every single aspect to just get a chance. There's other people, right? Let's give Scuba for an example. Scuba, aka BeardTube, buddy of mine. He has unbelievable beard genetics. He could probably do nothing and grow just a really beautiful beard. He doesn't have to follow the very specifics that a lot of people do. Now, I have great beard genetics compared to others. I'm not saying but I'm nowhere near Scuba's beard genetics. He has me beat hands down. So just something to keep in mind on that. Not everybody has that same starting point. And just again, because that's always the rebuttal. Hey, well, you say a healthier beard. I guess on every video, I get someone that's like, my uncle, he's a drunk and a druggie, and he's got a great beard, and he doesn't even have a home. All right, I got you. So that's one. If your beard you feel like has slowed down or stopped growing, then you need to make sure you are really focusing on that internal health. Number two is perspective. You may feel like your beard has stopped growing and you just didn't realize that it is. Good ways to avoid that: take a picture every week from the same angle, the same distance, and it will make a difference. Yeah, it will definitely make a difference. And Danny, good question. I'm gonna follow up with this one just a second here. And another thing is, I've gone over this. It sounds like a really intelligent term. It's not. It's just kind of basic, but it's the law of proportionality. As your beard gets longer, you notice the same amount of growth less. And I'll explain why. Let's say you're growing a very new beard. An inch of growth on a new beard is a lot. You're going to notice, right? Imagine somebody who shaves and then add an inch of beard on them. Every single person that sees them is going to say, whoa, dude, you grew a beard. You have a full beard. Wow, that's a big beard. Like, drastic change in the way you view them. If you add an inch of beard to me and let's say you haven't seen me in a month and my beard's an inch longer, most people will never notice. Most people are not going to say, whoa, Dan, you added an inch of beard to your beard. Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy. But literally, that same inch of beard on somebody that shaves is life-changing. Woo! That is a really good one. That may even have to be like a full dedicated video because of that. So that's a law of proportionality. I like that one. I gotta spell it correctly. Yeah, that's huge. And again, just think about that perspective on that one. Is just yeah, Ken. Now we have an excuse when we don't notice our wives' haircuts. It's true. It doesn't matter as much when you're talking about proportions there. That's true. All right. So on the term of beard growth, Danny says, does anything make the hairs thicker? I have a full beard, but the hair isn't as thick as I'd like. Danny, no. I am assuming you are talking about down towards the bottom and you start to get transparency. That's just what comes with a big beard like yours, like mine. Everybody has a certain point where those back hairs are going to be shorter than the front ones. And that is where I'm kind of going with this. Is terminal length a thing? Is there a point where your beard will grow and you'll get no more length? Yes, that is true. Almost no one ever reaches that. To really go for terminal length, you're talking at least 3 to 5 years of growth without touching it. Now, terminal length is difficult because of Danny's exact point right there. Your beard does not grow as a mass. Your beard does not grow as one. Your beard is a culmination of individual hairs that all stop growing at different points. My cheek hairs are only going to grow to be about a half an inch. My chin hairs, I don't know. My chin hairs could grow 3, 4, 5 feet, but I just don't ever let it get to that point because my neck hairs don't. And as my beard grows longer, my chin continues to grow. But the backboard, the supporting actors, the hairs that are on my neck, they don't grow as long. So my beard appears to thin out as it grows, but it's really just the other hairs aren't coming in. So yeah, absolutely. So Ruben, I have talked about it in a video, but I have a different angle on that concept of this one. I mean, this really hits me. Like, just think about this. An inch of hair on someone who shaves is life-changing. It's the way that you would describe somebody changing, like at the massive perspective change. If you add an inch to my beard, nobody notices or cares. It doesn't matter. But it's the same inch of beard. That's wild. Absolutely wild. So Austin, great question there, man. Great question. And again, guys, we'll circle back to the sponsor in just a bit. All right, and our last set question before I have 12 starred for you guys right now is this is Off-White Tim, and he said, do you recommend natural shampoo and conditioner as an alternative? Great question. So I get this one all the time too. People will say, beard products. They're just normal products marketed to beards and they're charging more for them. First off, false. If you believe beard products are expensive, please take half a minute and just search women's hair products, women's cosmetics, women's face products, makeup, anything like that. If you want to see the expensive difference between the women's industry and the beard product industry, it's crazy. There should really be no one that's dedicated to beard stuff and saying, let me dabble with the women's market and see if I can save some money. Spoiler, you're likely going to get worse products and you're likely going to pay more for them. The beard niche is so new. It's so young. It is so, there's so much to it. It should be the other way. Women should be looking at this industry saying, whoa, I can get the same kind of products, but for less. I can get the better quality for less. Man, it is really, really, really crazy. Yeah, really crazy. So, man, yeah, I love it. And Ruben says, plus their products are more expensive because it says women's on it. That's true. There's definitely something to the pink tax where they charge more just because it's women's products. Man, it really, really is true. Ken is right here. It's why the Kardashians are billionaires and beard companies aren't. The margins in beard products are nowhere near the women's industry. Nowhere near, and they probably never will be. Jason said, I've seen an ounce of women's hair oil going for $50 to $100. Yeah, Sam bought a cuticle oil thing. I never let her forget this one. She bought a cuticle oil thing just for your nails. And I looked at it. It was like a below average beard oil blend, and it was like $50 for 2 ounces. I'm like, babe, we have a million better products than that. Hey, what's up, OG Fitzroy? We have a million better products than that. So let me get back to the specific question here. Do I recommend natural shampoo and conditioner as an alternative? Almost always no. Keep in mind, beard products are developed for our beard environment. Our beard is way different than our scalp, than our head hair. We have about 5 times as many hairs on our head than we do our facial hair. We have about 5 times as much of sebum oil and sebaceous glands on our head than we do our beards. Our beard hairs are 3 to 4 times more coarse and thick than our head hairs. The environment is just so vastly different, and products are designed for different areas, right? It's why your body wash is different than your shampoo, which is different than your beard, because those parts of your body are all different. I do not want to treat my armpits in the same way I treat my beard. I do not want to treat my beard in the same way I treat my head hair. So it doesn't usually go that way. It doesn't usually go that way. I don't know what the Sudsy Bear shampoo bar is. If that one's designed for beards, there's a chance it could be good, but I don't know on that one. And so, yeah, and Bearded James says, my wife started using butter on her body. I think, guys, we're going to see more and more and more that women are going to start to come over to the beard product industry because they're realizing, whoa, these products are better and they're less expensive. Wow. And so, no, I don't. Are there exceptions out there? Are there natural shampoos and conditioners that can work for beards? I'm sure there are. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure there are. As a rule base to it, no, I do not think that is something that's going to be good to be able to use for your beard. I would rather have a beard product that's dedicated towards it. All right. And I know people will say, oh, well, he's got affiliates. He's got beard products, money and stuff. Guys, this is just honest. I will tell you all the time on stuff. Hey, you don't need to do this. Hey, you don't need to do that. Right. You don't need any of this stuff. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. And I will be getting to these questions, guys. So here's an example. Mark says, is beard shampoo with alcohol-related ingredients safe to use on a daily basis? Lazy Beard said, no alcohol, it dries out the beard. That's actually false. I'm going to tell you guys why that is not a correct statement. Provable, like not even debatable one. And this is why we do these things, is to learn and not just, there's so many topics that we just hear, it makes sense, so we repeat them. There are alcohols that go in shower-based products that are really, really wonderful. Yeah, really wonderful. And so that one's not true at all. And again, I will talk about this too. So yep. When I ask that, I usually do it because I can't wait on beard washes. And I understand that, right? Is something better than nothing? Yeah, I'm sure there are some natural ones that are better. If you are looking for a beard wash that is acceptable in stores, I don't really like anything else beard related this company makes, but Duke Cannon has a beard wash that's in stores that's daily gentle, and it's actually pretty good. There's nothing bad about it, nothing worrisome about it. So yeah, it's not bad. I asked you about it earlier. It's not for the beard, although they sell beard oil. I would have to take a look at the pH and stuff. If it's not made for the beard, chances are it's not going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be great. So yeah, not going to be great there. Okay, let's go ahead and see the next thing here. And guys, we will get your questions here in a second, but I do want to circle back real quick on our sponsor today. Shout out to Tabletop Beard. If anybody's listening right now, they made this stream possible. I will do as many beard topic lives streams in a month as I have sponsors. So if there's any companies that are interested, reach out to me. I've never asked a single company to sponsor. I've never asked a single company for a giveaway, for a review, nothing. I don't do that. It is a personal policy of mine. Everybody's different. Everybody can do whatever they would like. I don't ask companies. So companies approach me if you would like to do this. And yeah, man, we have over 100 people in the chat in the middle of the day on a Wednesday. That's so dang cool. Thank you guys so much. But their carrier blend is, and again, any other companies, reach out to me. I'll give you guys the details. Meadow foam, jojoba, rosehip, argan, avocado, sunflower. Whoo, I got a full review on this company with Sam in it. So if you guys want to check it out, that's a full review. They do have a brand new scent titled Warlock. And this is chocolate, cherry, and a touch of dark magic. Really, really nice. Yep. Really, really nice. Yep. And Melvin, yes, I am doing a new morning routine video in the next month or two. I'm going to have it by the fall time. I don't want to do it too early because I don't get as many people watching during the summer, but I will have it by the fall time. That is for sure. It's at the top of my list right now. And guys, we will be doing some giveaways probably in about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes, we'll be hitting these giveaways. We're going to give away 2 sets of their samples, and we're going to give away a Build Your Party, which is 2 oils, 2 butters, and a balm. Yep, 2 butters, 2 butters, 2 oils, and a balm. So we got some great ones. All right, so again, shout out to Tabletop. Now, let's go ahead and get to your guys' questions from the chat. Right. SG Pro says, do you ever lightly braid your beard to keep it together after putting butter in for the night? I do not personally. I do know people that do. My buddy Robert Wyatt, that most of you know, he does. Nick from Dr. Nick's, he does. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't have the need or the issue to be able to do that. So yes. He says, we have a comment here. I like the formulations, which are not only 3/4 standard carriers like these. I like formulations which are, all right, there might be a language barrier. I like formulations which are not only the 3/4 standard. Oh, okay, like these ones. All right, I believe if I'm reading that correctly, tone is hard to read in text, right? But I believe he is saying, hey, I like this because it's not just the normal 3 or 4 that we see. And you have some other ones in there. I would assume that's where we're going on that one, hopefully. So yes, I love that. I agree. Okay. Yeah, so November to February is definitely the most common for the viewers. Yep, definitely the most common for the viewers. Okay, let me go ahead and continue these questions. Great question there. All right, Melvin says, Dan, AberLite Pro, Go-To, or Pocket? Is the Pocket worth it or better to upgrade? It is definitely better to upgrade. AberLite has only made 2 heated brushes themselves. The rest of them are just private label, but the AberLite company did develop, with my feedback, and make the AberLite Pro and the Go-To. I have both of them. I prefer the Go-To. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more balanced on the heat. It gets hot quicker. I use it every day. So Melvin, I do believe the Go-To is worth it. It is an amazing device, but the Pro is fantastic as well. Yep, the Pro is fantastic. All right, and guys, if I am not able to get to every question in our time, I will save them and we'll do those ones on a future one. But I will try to hit these ones quickly here as we're going through, because you guys always have so many great questions. And I might be able to stay on a tad bit later today as long as Violet stays asleep. I got my daughter napping over here, so I got the little monitor keeping an eye on her. Sam is with the boys today. All right, I had to stay home to get all my work caught up. All right, are there any quality products carriers that may not last as long as average? Yeah, for sure. There's a long list, right? For example, if you have Primrose oil, I love Primrose oil, but you're going to get 6 months to a year on the shelf life. if you have a good quality blend, it will help it last longer. So there are some. Are there any that like really, really, really worry me that we see commonly? No, not really. Nothing that's a big deal for me. So yeah, nothing that there's a really big worry. All right. James says, I have a perfect question. Would you say that someone came up to you and said, hey, your beard looks like crap. What should I do with it? Where to start? I've never had that happen. I couldn't imagine having that happen. But if they do, I would literally look at them. I'll give you an example. I was at a play set and there were some people Walter, who was in the chat, I believe, or Erica, they were there. I had a kid come up to me and he looked up at me and goes, why are you so ugly? And I just responded in a playful way, said, I don't know. And he said, you got a lot of hair on your face. I said, thank you. And so for me, I would have humor with it. There's no reason to try and be a tough guy. There's no reason to try and convince them otherwise. If they're miserable enough to be able to come up to you and say that your beard looks like crap, the worst punishment you can do to them is just simply let them go be miserable. It's as simple as that. I had somebody message me today and apologize because of like people talking about me and getting caught up and wrapped up in that. I just let them talk. Just let it all do the thing. If somebody wants to say that you're crap, just let them talk. Misery is its own punishment enough. So don't try to defend yourself. Don't try to be tough. Just laugh. Just say, yeah, like, okay, cool. I don't know. Come up with something clever. It is just whatever. All right. Hello from Italy. Do you think I can use Sunny Isle repair oil for my beard? Castor, avocado, vitamin E, moringa, and aloe? Yeah, nothing wrong with those ingredients. Absolutely. David says, hey, Dan, I know if you know how long various ingredients last in beard oil products, manufacturers must also know. Shouldn't they stamp on bottle overall freshness dates? So David, should is a really tough word, right? Should they? Yeah, I encourage companies to consider putting some kind of expiration date or use by date on there. Yeah, they could. That's great. If we're talking should on legal terms, no, they don't have to. There's no requirement in the United States to have any kind of expiration or use by date by the FDA. So should depends on how you look at it. Do I think it's a good idea? I do. I believe an educated consumer is a powerful consumer. And I believe we should put as much power in the hands of the consumer as possible. And that only benefits great companies. So yeah, the one sticking point there would be the word should. Dan, do oils get extended shelf life if you refrigerate? Yes, 100%. The best place you can store oils would be in a fridge, especially if you can make them not super cold. If you can have it in the 60s, 50s, 60s, that is an ideal range for some oils. Even the low 70s is a really good number as well, too. Nailed it, Dan. Knowledge is power. I agree, man. I really believe an informed consumer is a powerful consumer, and that only benefits great companies. Only benefits great companies. Oh, yeah. And we do have a different code on this one, too, guys. We had that old one here, but the new code is DTTB20. DTTB20. Let me get that updated for you to make sure we are all up to date and accurate here. Beautiful. All right. And at some point, guys, I am going to have to cut off the new questions so we're able to kind of progress on for the day. But man, you guys are asking some great ones. I'm going to be doing a lot of these, so don't you worry. I think I just got back from the dentist. It got me wondering, how do you guys tackle it? I feel like I need to wash my beard now. Tyler, that's all I do. There's no great approach to going to the dentist with a big mustache and a big beard. I just wash it afterwards. I usually will rinse beforehand, make it look all right, put some oil in to smell all right, and then I wash it afterwards. Yep. All right. Hopefully it's going to be relevant. Are you potentially going to be doing more stacked videos? I love the handlebar one, but wanted to see if there was an imperial stash. Only if I, number one, know what I'm talking about or find somebody that knows what they're talking about. I don't like to cover topics that I don't feel confident in. And then number two, also, I have to be interested in it, right? And I'm not super interested in different styles of mustaches at this time, but we'll see what happens in the future here. And the Ron says, grapeseed oil make anybody else's beard crunchy? No, just me. And I think I saw, and here's another question right here from Vaughn says, grapeseed oil is not super popular. Vaughn, for two main reasons. One of them, you literally just read on the screen. There's something to grapeseed oil with some people. that it leaves their beard feeling crunchy. It leaves their beard feeling like there's a film or like hairspray or something on after it. It could be genetics, or it could be a bad supplier. There's bad grapeseed oil out there. That's another reason. Grapeseed oil is commonly extracted with hexane, which is impossible to remove all of the hexane. Some of that is going to be left as a byproduct in the finished grapeseed oil. And that's not great for your beard. That's not something you want. It's a solvent. That's the extraction method. They're going to melt down the outside of the grapeseed to be able to get the oil by using hexane. Not the best for your beard. Another concern is it is on the lower end of the shelf life. So those would be the main reasons why it's not as popular. Do I personally have a problem with grapeseed oil? If it's cold pressed, if it's from a quality supplier, no, I have no issues. Have you tried Viking Revolution? James, I have. I have a video on it. If you just want to search Dan C. Bearded Viking Revolution, I believe it's a good intro kit for somebody that just wants to go to Amazon, get their first beard products, and they want it all. They want oil, butter, wash, conditioner, all in one. It's a good intro. Do I believe it's as good as Tabletop Beard? Literally, no. Nowhere near, not in the same league, nowhere near. Do I think it's something that should be used long term? No. But it's a better intro than silicone products. How is my beard supposed to feel after a shower? If you guys can give Aaron feedback in the chat, that would be great. It's different for everybody. Everybody's beard feels different. Now, are you talking immediately after the shower? Because my beard feels wet, right? It's saturated with water. Are you talking about after I dry it? Are you talking about after I put oil in? Are you talking about after I use heat? So it's a really difficult question to answer. I would say above all, you want your beard to feel healthy. And it's one of those things that you know it when you experience unhealthy. When your beard's dehydrated, when you're overstressed, you absolutely feel it. Nicholas says, Dan, I find it funny when someone tells me my beard has grown so much when I just styled it differently. Yeah, styling can change the perspective a lot. Mark says, if I buy soap from a local goat milk soap maker, is it safe to use on my beard as a stripping wash, or does it need to be made specifically? Yeah, soap is soap. So when you develop soap, there are some oils and some different things you can do that could be a little bit more in line for a beard. But essentially, if it's an all-natural soap, it's going to have a pH of 9 to 10, and it's going to strip your beard. You can use that once a week as your stripping wash, Mark. You have no worries there at all, man. No worries. That's a great question that was on topic from earlier, too. So, yeah, great question. All right. Mr. CH says, hi there. Should I be concerned about the amount of hair falling out when I brush my beard? I lose about 10 strands in the shower and a further 6 to 10 when combing. No, very, very normal. I think people forget or don't know that we shed every single hair on our body. Every hair has a life cycle and falls out. Your arm hair, your back hair, your head hair, if you got head hair, sorry, folks, and your beard hair. It is shedding. It is normal. Here is the test on your beard. If that beard hair falls out and it has a white bulb at the end, it is normal, healthy shedding. That means a new hair is already growing and already ready to replace it. And you have thousands and thousands of beard hairs. It hurts the soul, right? When you lose like 10 long, strong hairs, you're like, how can my beard recover? What is going on? You're okay. It will be normal. If you don't believe me, find a woman who washes her hair and then combs her hair afterwards or brushes her hair after the shower. Check how much hair women lose after washing and brushing their hair. It's unbelievable. So no, if you actually break it down and you really count those beard hairs, if you're going above, under 35 is normal for everyone. Under 35 hairs is 100% normal. 35 to 50, it could be different from person to person, but we're getting in a danger zone. More than 50 beard hairs a day is worrisome. But if you're under that 35 mark, you are what we call normal. And we have Garden State says, my wife sheds insanely. Ruben says, my shower wall after my wife is crazy. Yeah, it is. It's wild how much hair women lose. And keep in mind, you notice your beard hairs more than the rest of your body because it's probably your longest hair on your body. So yeah, it just makes sense, right? All right, Mark, is beard shampoo with alcohol? Oh yeah, here we go. With alcohol ingredients safe to use? Yes. Wash out water-based products will absolutely have great alcohols. If you guys want to look one up, look up citral alcohol. I actually have a video on it from like 5 years ago, truly. It is a wonderful ingredient in beard wash and beard conditioners. There are good, if you want to look this up too, a very simple search, good alcohols for hair, good alcohols for shampoo. There's several different alcohols that are moisturizing, that are nourishing, that are really good ingredients. The term alcohol really scares us, right? We've heard that time and time again. Keep alcohol away from your beard. You don't want alcohol in your beard oil. You don't want it in your beard balm. You don't want it in your beard butter because those things sit on your beard. They absorb into your beard, into your skin. When it comes to washes and water-based products, I'm going to say this again very loudly, guys, because this is one of the biggest misconceptions in the beard industry. Understanding water-based products is an unbelievably difficult chemistry project. You really need to know what you're doing to have any concept of water-based products. That's why most companies go with labs to be able to use these. So yeah, most labels just read as stale. So no, this is not true, Lazy Beard. Please look up, man. I encourage you on this one. I encourage, because this is important, right? We don't want to be married to any ideas. One thing I love about my channel is I've made videos where I said, hey, I was wrong. I learned, right? I was able to grow. One thing that you want to stay away from here, it says alcohol is known to dry the skin and pull oils off there. Well, and here's another thing. So he asked about the alcohol in a water-based product like a wash. All washes pull oils from the skin. Period. End of story. One of the worst used terms, and I was guilty of it before, I've learned, I've adjusted. One of the worst terms that we've had said with washes is it doesn't remove your natural oils. Baloney. Yes, it does. There's not a wash in the world that can say, let me get in there. I am going to leave this oil and remove this one. Ha, 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 the master plan. No. Wash removes oil. That's its job. It's supposed to get in there and remove oil. It's supposed to break up dirt and sweat and all that other stuff. It's its job. And so that is really important. Ken says, alcohols are often used to prevent mold, bacteria, and are binders between the water and the wash and the cleaning agents. Yes. Another term that is wrong is emulsification, right? When people melt down butters, people will say, oh, I'm emulsifying the butter. I used to. I made a video on it that I said 100% made a video on it. And I said, I'm wrong. I should not say emulsifying. There is not an emulsification process that happens when you melt butter and oil ingredients together. Why? Because they work together nicely. Water and oil do not work well together. Water and cleaning or cleansing or clarifying ingredients do not work well together. You have to actually emulsify them together. It's a full process that is a physical and chemical process to be able to get those to play nicely. Alcohols are one of them that are able to do that. And so that is really, really important for understanding these ones. So don't worry about alcohol ingredients when you see them on a good quality wash or a good quality wash or beard conditioner. There is a really, really good ones. All right. 1 second here, guys. Okay. All right. So, and again, I encourage you guys to do just a quick little search. Yeah, just a quick little search here. And obviously you want to go farther than this. This first link is by Pantene. That's not our greatest link that we want to have in the world. But if you just look up alcohol ingredient good for hair, the one I mentioned earlier, citral alcohol. One of the most common long chain fatty acid alcohols in this ingredients is citral alcohol. It is vastly different than regular alcohols like ethanol or rubbing alcohol, right? Found in most products for hair that's dry or prone to frizz. It is incredible soothing and moisturizing properties. This is true here. So again, here's a distinction. There's a difference between rubbing alcohol or any other alcohol that's really abrasive, that really breaks down the skin and the hair, to a long chain fatty acid alcohol, such as citral alcohol. So I want to make sure that we are key on this one, because this one is not one where it's like, well, it's personal preference. Well, it varies from person to person. No, there are alcohols that are great in beard washes. There are alcohols that are great in beard conditioners. Period. Yep. Period. Rubbing alcohol. Yeah. I hope nobody says running alcohol. That's definitely definitely a different thing for that one. So yeah, absolutely. Man, too funny, too funny. But and again, guys, and we do have, I'm probably gonna go over a little bit extra time here, and that's okay. Violet's still sleeping good right now, and we will get those giveaways, I promise. But you guys just have so many great questions. So to put this one to bed, to finally address this, and maybe again, maybe that's worth a full dedicated video. But there are alcohol ingredients that are totally fine in water-based products. Dan, what are your take on face and beard wash combos? Great question. I do believe that you can find the right balance of a face wash and a beard wash with the beard as a priority. If you develop a face wash and try to work it for your beard, it's not likely going to work. If you develop a beard wash and try to make it work for your face, it can, depending on your skin. If you have really oily skin, it's probably not enough. Most face washes are way more harsh than your beard wash. So as long as you can use like a gentle wash on your face, it can work. All right, I'd like to get your thoughts. Sometimes I add castor to thinner oils, a drop or two. Thoughts between adding that or adding jojoba? Either way, Jesus, both of them are great. I just recently did a video about adding castor oil to your blend to make it thicker. Great option. Yep, absolutely great option. My mustache is growing more, and I'm not used to the length and the general feel of it over my lip. Will I get used to it? You can. How could you train it? Mav, I'm going to encourage you to look up Dancy Bearded Lazy Walrus. Essentially, what I do is I use a heated brush and I sweep my mustache to the side. It's a great method. I'm used to it, and it's not an issue at all. All right, Tyler says, I received my kosher dryer. This is one that's very similar to the Dyson. Which setting do you use? I use the lowest speed, and I use the top heat. And then I finish with the cold shot. Are there extra practices or some that should be increased for those who use dye? Oh, man. Highly encourage you to not use dye. There's a very, very rare situation where I think a dye can save a beard and keep a beard. Other than that, yes, extra practices. Oh, man. Try to nourish your beard as much as you can. That's the best thing I can say. Be ultra healthy. Dye is really horrific for the hair and even worse for the skin if it gets down to the skin. Yeah. All right. I thought we did low heat, low speed. So on this one, so on the new dryer, I'm using the top heat with the low speed. Yep, on this specific new one. It's doing a ton of great things. Dan, I can't remember if I've asked this before, but if I have, I apologize. But can I use beard butter and oil both in the morning and night? Yes, you can. Yep, absolutely. No worries there. Do you use quite of hair washing? Yeah, yep, absolutely, man. What was a good beard shampoo conditioner for someone who breaks out easily? So the shampoo should not ever cause breakouts. Conditioner should never go to the skin. Breakouts only happen on the skin, right? Your hair cannot break out. So if you're using conditioner and it's getting to your skin, that's probably causing your breakouts. Hey, Mark, thank you for that super sticker, man. Appreciate that. But it's probably conditioner getting down to your skin. I have a feeling that the breakouts aren't from they aren't from the quality of the product. But Jolly, reach out to me and I'd be happy to send you some specific recommendations. Dancy Bearded on Instagram or Dan_command@yahoo.com. And I'd be happy to help you out, man. All right, Dan, is there a great stripping wash and follow-up conditioner? I'm a diesel mechanic and I'm finding it hard to find products that can clean and restore. Yeah, Philip, same thing. Reach out to me and I want to learn what you've tried, what you like, what you dislike. Dancy Bearded on Instagram or Dan_command@yahoo.com. And I do mean that. Please reach out to me. I would love to give you an individualized recommendation. And guys, we're going to do a giveaway in about 5 minutes here. Do you recommend Everyman Jack Beard Oil? To you, no. To somebody that's never tried beard products before and they run to the store and it's that or Old Spice or Maestros or all these other terrible ones, I'll take Everyman Jack over those. Now, if Honest Amish is sitting next to it, I'll take Honest Amish first. Everyman Jack is kind of like Viking Revolution. It's a good intro oil. It's a good starter oil. Nothing beyond that. Their butter, atrocious. And I've talked about all these things in a review video for them. It's an okay one. I wish it didn't have soybean oil, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. When should I start thinking about oil for my graying beard? Just kind of ride the wave. If you feel like your beard is not getting enough nourishment, maybe start leaning more towards thicker, heavier carrier oils. Is it okay to use Honest Amish soap every day? No. That is an actual soap. It has a pH of 9 to 10. For most people, if you use that every day, eventually you're going to really damage your beard. I do not recommend using that soap more than once a week. Do you update and or remove YouTube videos that may be inaccurate information or major changes? Yes. I have many update videos. I have one or two that are titled literally, I was wrong, and I update it. I do have other videos that I make private and I take off because I do not follow that information anymore. So yeah, David, I am huge. I think embarrassment and ego is the death of a lot of successful people. They say something, they believe something, and then the second information comes out that goes against it and they learn it. Oh, they panic. Oh, they're going to know that I was wrong. I'm going to have to say I'm wrong. And then they dig in even farther. They put their heels down and they're adamant about even though they know they're wrong. I'm not that at all. All I want to do is convey correct information. That's it. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm not here to be famous. Obviously, I'm not going to be famous over beard stuff. So that, of course. But this is the epitome of what I want to do. I want to convey accurate information. I was a middle school history teacher for 12 years. I taught that Mesopotamia was the first civilization. I no longer believe that. I would tell my students that if I still taught, hey guys, we know this was a civilization this many thousands of years ago. We believed for a long time that it was the first civilization. New information is coming out that it may not have been the first civilization. There's a lot of historians that would not admit that. They would be embarrassed. They would feel like their name. I'm not embarrassed to admit I was wrong. I love learning. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly changing my mind. But above all, I'm constantly communicating. I'm sharing those changes. So yes, David, I do make those changes. Beard butter without an oil first. What do you think? Can be fine. Yeah, you can do a beard butter that is like pretty much all butter ingredients and be fine. Is it my favorite? Probably not, but you definitely can. So yeah, absolutely. My grandma used to tell my sister that if she brushed 100 strokes a day, it would grow faster and longer. So it's not the brushing. But if you are actually getting down to the skin and exfoliating, which is taking a brush, taking a comb, you can wake up those dormant hair follicles. You can promote blood flow to the surface. So the idea of exfoliating the skin can help. Combing or brushing the hairs themselves does nothing for the health. Yep, does nothing for the health there. Hey, Dan, on the subject of alcohol, can beer be used in beard washing? Yeah, for sure. I actually have a video I'll do in the future about using beer in soap or beer in wash. It can definitely be beneficial. Yep. How long does it take for gravity to start doing its work on the beard? I have a curly beard. That's another thing that's blown out of proportion. People will say, oh, eventually gravity is going to take over. Here's the problem, you guys. Our beards are not very heavy. Gravity is more effective on things that are heavy. I don't think gravity plays a major part in your beard. So, yeah, that's a tough one. Beard oil versus cologne. I do not mix, Kevin, because I don't wear colognes, but a lot of people do. A lot of people like to pair them, or a lot of people like to go unscented beard products and use cologne. But again, yeah, I don't do that. I'm definitely not a cologne guy for the most part. Yeah, so great question. All right. Hey, thank you, Banana Go. When dealing with gentle beard wash and stripping, how does a new beardman start a routine? They reach out to me and find my YouTube videos. It's hard unless you talk to someone that knows what they're doing. Find people that know what they're doing and learn the cheat codes. That's the best way. Dan, do you use any balm or wax on your mustache? Nope, I do not use any balm or wax. Dan, what about xanthan gum beard wash? Totally fine. Xanthan gum is just an ingredient to thicken things up. It's natural. It's almost always a replacement for wheat in food, and it's a great thing. I consume xanthan gum on a regular basis. So yeah, no worries on that one, man. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Do you recommend a stripping wash or a daily wash after being in the ocean? Stripping, for sure. Dan, is there a correct way to comb your beard when trying to evenly distribute balm, oil, and bulbs? No. Everybody has their own little take on it. Yeah, everybody has their own little take on it. Okay. Or they read more on the topic. I must have missed the timely one there. All right. Hopefully it's not about alcohol. I've read that topic very thoroughly for years and years. I'm not I'm not going on about this, but just wondering, is dyeing a gray beard okay? No. I really don't believe there's no dye that works well that's okay for hair. I've never found it. I've never found it, man. Yeah, never found it. So, yep. There's new information coming out all the time. Exactly. They're about to find out. I know. I just posted on Instagram. They have the warrant out for who shot Tupac. Yep, pretty crazy for sure. Okay. I often wonder if Dan, I do. Yep. I don't remove everything, but I do try to do updates when I can. I do not use butter in the morning. No. Nope. I do not use butter in the morning. Dan, I only started caring for my beard the last 3 months, but I have a 2 years worth of growth. Currently trying to get all split ends and damage. Watch videos. Any more tips? You have to cut out damage. You will never repair damage. So if you actually have damage, trim above it and then just move on. If I sweat a lot every day, should I strip wash every day? No, absolutely not, Tyler. Gentle wash 6 days a week, stripping wash once. All right. So, yes. Follow up Diablo's question about washing after the ocean. What if you have consecutive days in the ocean? Oh, good one. Consecutive days. I would go as many gentle days as you can and kind of sprinkle in a stripping one towards the end. Good question. Hey, Donnie, I have concerns about my event coming up. I'll be doing Oktoberfest, grilling for 3 days straight. My beard is longer than ever. How do I protect it? I would either tie it, braid it, or tuck it in a shirt would be the best way that I would say. Yep. That would be the best one I'd say. All right, here's my last question before we do the giveaways and wrap this show up, guys. I went into overtime for you guys. Kevin says, do you wear cologne and beard oil together? I do not. Do you get compliments on beard oil scents? Yes, I do. I do get compliments on those ones. And Ken says, I'm in the ocean 4 times a week. Gentle daily is fine. There you go. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, to go back and double down on this, I do not recommend, where is that? I do not recommend using a stripping wash more than once a week in any situation. Never really a time for that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and break down these giveaways here. And I appreciate you guys with all the kind words. Tyler says, thank you for taking the time to answer these. Yeah, man, I take pride in being able to run through all these. And they're great, friggin' great questions, man. They lead to topics on videos almost all the time. So I will put a link in the chat. If you guys have not signed up yet, just simply click this link, put your name, put your email address, and you're entered into these giveaways. We're going to have 3 winners absolutely for free. You do not need to buy anything. You don't need to donate. You don't need to do anything. You do need to be subscribed, but that's free. I do hope that you hit the thumbs up. We have probably 30 people watching right now that have not. So yeah, please do. Do you get compliments on your beard oil scents? I do all the time. Cheers, guys. By the way, hey, drop a comment before we get these giveaways going. What are you guys drinking midday today if you're in midday? Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to be doing a lot. I have, I believe, 3 more this month for the Beard Topics Lives. I'll actually give you guys a heads up if you guys want a little sneak preview. I'm not even going to post this, but I'll give you a sneak preview of some times for the upcoming Beard Topics this month. I'm looking at 7:22 at 9 a.m. I'm doing an early one, guys. That's going to be cool. 7:22 at 9 a.m., 7:23 at 1 p.m. These are all Eastern times. And then 7:28 at 1 p.m. as well. All right. One more time. If you need to write these down, if you would like, no worries. If not, of course, I know most won't, and that's okay. I probably wouldn't either. But I am looking at here 7:22, 9 a.m., 7:23, 1 p.m., 7:28, 1 p.m. That's when these are going to be going out here too. All right. So those will be coming up in the future. All right, guys, get involved on these giveaways. Shout out to Tabletop, new company here. Great stuff that they're doing, dude. So good. So good here. 1 second to the follow-up. Most of my damage seems to be mid-hair now, and that I've cut out the split ends, and I feel like there's a lot of damage I can't see. Yeah. So, Banana, if you do start fresh, you said that you had a couple of months of growth. Don't shave. Don't go down and buzz it. Just go shorter on a style and enjoy the growth back better than ever. Yeah, better than ever. So, yep. John says, I'm not feeling well today. Hey, feel better, man. What do you think about a snotty nose? Think of winter. Do you clean it right after the bat? Yeah, man. If you have anything going on with sickness, clean it. If you wash your if you blow your nose and it's not good, try to clean it. So, yeah. Is this the first time Tabletop has done giveaways on the channel? I think so. I believe so. Yeah, I think this is their first giveaways on the channel. They're in the chat. They'll let us know if that is not the case, but I believe it is. All right, and let's see here. All right, we got people entered here. One more time, you guys. Enter those giveaways, and good luck to everybody. We're going to draw some winners. All right, and so if you see your name on the screen, drop a comment. So no extra oil or protection suggestion for So no extra oil or product suggestion for heat protection. No, just beard oil before heat and you're good to go. All right. Yeah, it's their first giveaways. Really cool. All right. And Jason is here and says, thank you. Shane had to drop out, but I'm still around to answer questions. Awesome, guys. So Jason is one of the brothers, one of the company owners here. So if you need help, Jason Carey will help you out with their carrier blend. See what we did there. Too funny. All right, guys. Getting ready to draw this first name here. Again, if you see your name on the screen, drop a comment to claim your victory. And yeah, man, pretty cool. This is their first time ever giving away a product on the screen. All right, too funny. We had a bunch of them in this stream here, so we'll see which one it is. But the first potential winner, don't say congratulations until they comment. But the first potential winner is a Jason. And I only say that because we have a lot of Jasons on watching the stream now. So do we have in the chat still Jason Story? You're going to get a sample pack from them, getting, I believe, 10 sample cents. Let me check my notes here. Yep, 10 samples per giveaway. Pretty dang cool. Do we have Jason Story here? Help my day go by quicker. Right. I cannot believe that's been an hour and 15 minutes. Like, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, Jason Story, drop a comment, and this is going to be your win. Wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jasons in the chat right now. That's crazy. And here's Jason's Story. Congrats, dude. You have won. The cool thing is you don't need to do anything. The company will reach out to the email that you signed up with, and they'll get the conversation going for your government name and your shipping address to get you all taken care of. And Tabletop, if Shane is not in here or anybody, I have sent the winner's document to your Instagram account, the company Instagram account. All right, we're going to do another sample giveaway back to back, baby. Back to back on this one. So again, if this is your name on the screen, drop a comment and claim your victory. Let's let it get all loaded. This Gleam, the thing that I use for calculating my giveaways, had updated it. I think it was Monday, wasn't it, when it updated live? So it's a little bit different, but we got it all figured out. All right, another potential winner for this pack here. Do we have in the chat, dun, 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 Marshall Thomas? Marshall, are you in the building, a.k.a. Coach? Let us know if you're here, and this win is yours. This win is yours. Okay. Oh, good at forgetting what to do to use for pillows. And, butter, I just restarted regrouping. Thank you. Hey, absolutely, man. All right. Do we have Marshall Thomas in the building? I haven't seen him yet. He's here. All right, guys, drop a congrats in the chat for Coach Thomas. He has won this giveaway, and we still have one more to do, guys. One more to do. I'll show you that back on the screen. This is the last one, is the biggest one. It's a build your own party. You get to pick which 2 oils you would like. You get to pick which 2 butters you would like, and you get a balm that is unscented thrown in there for free for you. Let me just get Marshall's information down here first. Got to stay organized. You guys know how we do here. Beautiful. And again, these were not even planned, guys. They just said, hey, you want to throw down some giveaways? I said, sure. We don't normally do these on the Beard Topics Live, so don't get used to it. But I'm not going to turn it away. It's pretty cool, right? If I have the opportunity to give back to you guys and the community and the viewers and stuff, why not? What does it hurt, People like to criticize. This is how funny the world is and human nature. People like to criticize giveaways. I've had people recently, over the last couple of weeks, critique me like, Dan just does so many giveaways. Dan does how dare I give back to people that support? How dare we let these companies get exposure and get out to people in ethical ways? Goodness gracious, those giveaways, making people happy and making their day a little bit brighter and their beard a little bit better. With that said, guys, because that is human nature, do whatever the heck you want to do in life, because no matter what you do, you're going to have people that are going to say that. So it is, yeah, people are weird, man. It really, really is weird. And I do mean that to my core. Whatever you're going to do, the bigger you get, you're going to have more people barking. So just do whatever the heck you want, because it's not going to matter. Once you realize you can't please everybody, you start doing really well. And that one was a funny one to me. Like, Dan just does so many giveaways. Got me. Shoot. I hope people don't find out. All right. Our last potential giveaway winner, as long as they are in here, and I hope they are. Yep, I hope they are. And that's true. Yeah, the older you get, the more crazy you realize people are. Yeah, how dare I make $0 off these giveaways? Ugh, Dan, he's this guy. He's always doing it for himself and the money. Oh, God, that guy giving away free stuff. All right. Do we have in the chat for this big win here, guys? This big win here. Do we have Michael L? Michael L, drop a comment and you want a really cool giveaway, my man. Yep, drop a comment. Yeah, so corrupt. Richard says, as someone who bought one item after a stream just because there was a mystery oil thrown in and then they won $500 from that company, I'll never complain about Dan's giveaways. Love that. Too true. Do you? Yeah, do you, man? I encourage everybody. If you want to play a certain game that people don't like, do you? Right? That's it. It's as simple as it gets. Hey, my buddy Mike L has won. Super cool, you guys. Mike, congratulations, dude. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Above all, I hope you guys liked the information and the discussion. This is stuff that we're all passionate about, stuff that we all really enjoy, and I know a lot of us love learning, and so I know I do. I know I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Tabletop for sponsoring this one. Give them a look. This is a Pacific Northwest company, new company, passionate company, doing it the right way, doing it the legal way. Really good stuff. And they have a very bright future ahead of them. And I can't wait to be along for the ride. All right, guys. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully, I'll see you guys live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern for Beard Advice Live. We got some great entries, some updates. Sam and I are going to be trying a couple different jerkies. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just me and my best friend, aka my wife, hanging out. All right, guys. Have an